Good evening and welcome to WPI for our Day 1 finals for the 2022 New England Swimming 15 to 18 Age Group Championships, brought to you in part by A3 Performance. So we had a great prelim session this morning, a lot of very, very fast times, very fast field here at the 15 to 18 Age Group Championships, just like it was last week at the 11 to 14 Championships. And we expect a very fast finals tonight. So alongside Elisa Pelchat, I am Jeremy Abreu. We're going to have a special guest for our first three heats of the night, which are the thousands. So as you all know, the thousands, 10, 11-minute races, you can run out of things to talk about. We're going to have Dan Meinholz, the owner and founder of A3 Performance, on a little bit. I know many of you out there have not heard potentially of A3 Performance and their tech racing suits. So Dan is going to come on. We're going to have a little conversation about that while we got our opening 1,000 heats going on tonight. So there will be 3 heats of that. That'll be the first event tonight. So I look at the order of events. We'll have the national anthem in about, 3 minutes right now. 1,000 freestyle, 100 fly, 2 free, 1 back, 4 IM. Then will be a 10-minute break, and we'll end the session with the 800-yard freestyle relay. So we'll be doing awards tonight. We'll be bringing you all of that action. Again, we welcome everyone back who was with us this morning. A big thank you to WPI for hosting this event. Paul Bennett and his team here at WPI have done an amazing job getting the pool and everything ready for a championship caliber level meet like they are hosting here this weekend, and they've been very gracious hosts. Thank you to New England Swimming as well. We have all of our officials here in their finals blue tonight with the khaki pants going on. All the parent timers are starting to be in the pool area and ready to go. We will have our national anthem shortly. They're getting ready to clear the competition pool. Should be a great evening of racing here at WPI. This is day 2. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Same format, prelims, finals. Same for Sunday as well. I guess this would mark pretty much the official end of the short course season. Many teams and clubs after this event will take a break, maybe a week or two, let the batteries recharge, and then we'll be right off and running into long course season, which I know a lot of kids are excited about. Going to throw it down to the PA announcer, Mark Wild.
Women and men's 2 free, women and men's 1 back, women and men's 400-yard IM, and the women and men's 800-yard freestyle relay. Before we get started, a couple notes. The scratch deadline for tomorrow closes at 5:30 in approximately 30 minutes. Relay cards to the 800 are due at 6, approximately 1 hour. Please note, we'll be doing awards for each event immediately following said event. The top 3 will please be presented by the winning coach of said event. So if the winning coach and the top 3 upon the completion of the A final will be ready to stand, we will be giving a dummy award. You may pick up your real award and your label at the clerk of course table.
Waiting for the next set of instructions here. Pool is cleared. Our first
Swimmers and coaches, could I please have your attention? Could you please stand, take off your hats and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
So we are almost ready to go here. You see the lane assignments for Heat 1, Abigail Topfer in lane 4, Abby Bauman in lane 5, Charlotte Caducin in lane 6.
Our first event is event 1, the women's 15 to 18 1,000-yard freestyle. Swimming in our first time final heat tonight. In lane 4 from Kingfish, Abigail Topfer. In lane 5 from Bluefish, Abby Bauman. And in lane 6 from North Shore Swim Club, Charlotte Crodson.
So
Heat 1.
There are the lane assignments for heat number 1. Off and running here on finals night, day 1, 2022 New England Swimming 15 to 18 age groups. So we told you we had a special guest. I'm joined right now by Dan Meinholz. Dan is the founder and owner of A3 Performance. Dan, welcome to WPI. Oh, hold on. Sorry, Dan. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a beautiful facility, great event, and we're really, really excited to be part of it.
Yeah, so, we are thankful, too, that you are a sponsor of the meet here this weekend. I know you and I have had some conversations about A3 Performance. Give me a little background on A3 Performance, if you could.
Yeah, so we we've been in the business since 1995, but we actually started our brand in 2004 and, just started making products like goggles and fins and paddles and things along those lines, and then eventually moved into training suits and tech suits, and at that point in time we were all in and very focused on building the fastest tech suit in the water. That's a goal of ours, that's a mission of ours. We come out with a new tech suit every 2 to 3 years and make sure that they're thoroughly tested at the Olympic Training Center to make sure that we're bringing to the market the very best product made.
So when you say the fastest tech suit in the water, I know you talked to me a little earlier about that Olympic Training Center experience. Talk a little bit about that and how you are able to call your suits that.
Yeah. So what we do is we work at the Olympic Training Center in a fluid dynamics lab with one of their doctors and researchers there. And we did it initially to determine of the variety of fabrics that we make. Before we make a tech suit, we'll make 5 or 6 different fabrics to identify what is going to be the best one for a lot of different reasons. So we want to have something that's fast. It has to be, we test for duration, we test for fit, a lot of different measurements. When we do that with 5 or 6 different fabrics, from there we'll determine which one is the fastest, and that's typically the one that we go with. What we decided to do the very first time we tested, because we're paying for the day, was why don't we go ahead and buy our competitors and see where we fall in the field. And that was really more of a learning opportunity for us to determine whether somebody had an upper hand on us. They knew kind of the magic potion that we needed to learn. And then from that point on, from 2015 on, Ours was we actually had the fastest 3 suits in the water. Only one of them we selected to move forward with, and we've been engaged in that testing process ever since.
So it's been 2004 since you've come onto the marketplace. So I'm not going to give your competitors any mind share by talking about them, but obviously there's 3 other competitors that are the main. Most people in the swimming world would I think, to admit they would know that name a little more than A3 Performance. How do you go about getting mind share, and how do you get that message and that everything you just told me about your suits, how do you get that out there?
Yeah, so events like this are huge for us, right? Because we're dealing with massive companies. A couple of them are publicly traded. Most of them have been around 70, 80 years. This really is a passion of ours. So, we feel that if we can be out in front of people, talk a little bit, they know that our background has been in swimming our whole life. Our family's background has been in swimming our whole life. And that this is a passion to be able to build this brand, bring it to the deck. Not only do we build that suit that we were just talking about, but we also do it at a price that's significantly lower than our competitors. So there's a number of competitive advantages that we're really proud of. But as far as getting out, there's only so much our brand can do from a marketing dollar standpoint. We try to be as active as we can on social media. We just started engaging with a number of collegiate athletes. We have the fastest NC2A 100 butterflyer in the country. That'll be racing in our product at NC2As this year. It's a continual knock on every door that you possibly can. So for us to be at a meet like this, which is in a little bit of a new territory because our company is in the Midwest, this is a great opportunity just to meet coaches, let them learn a little bit about the brand, who we are, what our mission is. That's why we're so happy to be here.
So talk about what the new NCAA name and image likeness opportunities for athletes, what that has done for you, right? You mentioned you had a couple of these fast swimmers. How has that helped you get more exposure?
So, a number of things. There really aren't too many people that are better at social media than that collegiate age athlete. And, for us, there's a lot of opportunities. We do have a number of pros. At the last Olympic trials, we had close to a dozen pros racing. We had a girl just miss the team by 1/100 of a second. But when we look at what the collegiate athlete is able to provide us, it's actually able to, we can have relationships with more people in different reaches. So they all have different markets that they talk to. Some of these people are international athletes. Some of these people are in different parts of the country. And it's really a pretty special opportunity because it's a great opportunity for them to build their own personal brand. Which a lot of them are interested in modeling and being influencers down the road. So for us to partner with them has been great. And it puts us into a market that we would be hard-pressed to get into on our own. Plus, it gives us a little bit of credibility because they're talking to their friends for the most part.
Absolutely. Getting back to the action just real quick. So in lane 4, it's Abigail Topfer leading the way. She's got a 6-second lead on Abby Bowman about halfway through here. So, Dan, we talked prior to coming on air about the raw materials for your suits, and I thought that was a very interesting process. Can you let the audience know a little bit about that process?
Yeah, sure. So our fabrics are all made in Italy, and we have great relationships with both companies. So they're 2 different companies. One makes our daily training fabric, which is it's PBT polyester. It's when I say it's the best PBT in the world, it's also used by a number of other brands. It lasts forever. It has great color fastness. It's a great training product. So when we pick a fabric for a specific purpose, it has to max out, all those check boxes, so to speak. And our training fabric certainly does that. And then we've been partnering with another kind of family-run company. Family makes them sound small, but they're a pretty good-sized company. In northern Italy that has just been exceptional in assisting us in research and development. They also make the fastest downhill skiing fabric in the world. They make the fastest cycling fabric in the world. Their fabrics are tested in wind tunnels. Ours are tested at the Olympic Training Center in water. But they've been a great partner for us.
Yeah, and why don't you let the audience know a little bit about your swimming background? So I had a conversation with you and your daughter who is down there manning the booth right now. Talk a little bit about your swimming background and Anna's swimming background as well.
So my my wife that we met at the University of Wisconsin. We both swam there. I had a fair amount of success as an age group swimmer, got injured when I was in college, and then turned to coaching initially. My wife was a Big Ten champion and swam at Olympic trials, just an exceptional athlete. And we have 4 kids. All of them swam. The oldest 2 swam at the University of Wisconsin. The youngest 2 decided they wanted to go and play basketball. You know, they weren't quite into chasing the black line on the bottom of the pool, but both of them did very well. And Anna, her last year as an age grouper, swam at the Olympic trials, and then her last year in college also swam at the Olympic trials. She swam at the NC2A championships, Division I, every year that she was in college, and just was an exceptional swimmer. And you know, it's funny because as she got older, she really developed her IM and was a finalist in the 200 IM at the Big Ten championships. So it's very much a part of you know, who we are and what we do. I can't watch a swimmer in the water without looking for efficiencies for them. You know, I love to talk to coaches about training and find out what they're doing, just because we still swim, you know, 3 to 4 days a week if we're not on the road. So it's a big part of who we are. It's a phenomenal sport. I just, you know, can't say enough. I do love the sport of basketball because I'm a fan now. I don't really know that much about it. I can talk to the boys about it, but I don't know that much. So I'm a fan, but when we're in the pool, it's just such an incredible sport. We're so grateful that we were able to, you know, raise our family in that sport with the goal setting and the, you know, daily training and the experiences that come along with travel and competing in prelims and finals, and just everything that the sport offers has been tremendous, and we're, you know, grateful that our family's been a part of it.
Abigail Topfer putting the finishing touches on her opening heat victory here in heat number 1. So Topfer's at the 900-yard mark, another 100 to go. We're in event 1, heat 1 of 3 of the women's 15 to 18 1,000-yard freestyle. We'll have a second women's heat and then 1 men's heat of the 1,000. Then we'll move into the 100-yard butterfly. Here's the bell for Topfer. So, Dan, you know, this age group of kids has, you know, up to this point, especially around here, has been, I don't want to say raised on those other brands, but they really have been, right? They've been wearing those brands since they've gotten into the pool. When swimmers come over at this age, or even younger, whatever, to talk to you, what's that conversation like?
I think probably the biggest thing, you know, it's interesting because we had a couple people stop by and say, who is A3 or what is A3? I've never heard of them before, which is, you know, for me, it's a little bit of a blow to the ego, quite honestly, but at the same time, it lets me know how much potential there is for growth for our brand. And I think what most of them need to hear is a little bit of the story, some of the things that I just told you that we engage in to bring our products to market.
So Bauman will take second. Topfer takes first. 102. 10:24.30 for Topfer. 10:42.62 for Bowman. Charlotte Caducin from North Shore Swim Club will take third. So this was our opening heat of our final session tonight. So there we go. Charlotte had a little bit of a soft touch there. Results didn't stay on long because they're ready to move on to the next heat. This will be event 1. Heat number 2 will get you, the lane assignments are there. It looks like we'll have lanes 1 and 10 open.
Our next heat, heat 2 is time final, women's 15 to 18,000 freestyle. So we lane 2 from Bluefish, Aileen McAllister. Lane 3 from Crimson, Kyra Kelly. Lane 4 from Commonwealth Swimming, Kenzie Driscoll. Lane 5 from Crimson, Clara Renner. Lane 6 from Greenwood, Bella Busconi. Lane 7 from Edge, Annalise Moylan. Lane 8 from North Shore, Ellie Michaud. And lane 9 from Rhode Island Aquatic Club, Paige Meller.
So there's your lane assignments. Top time from this morning belongs to Renner, the 15-year-old from Crimson. So she's one of 3 15-year-olds here in this Heat 2 final. 10:16.02 was Renner's time this morning. She'll be swimming out of lane number 5. So Dan, back to that conversation with how do you gain mind share among, the 10, 11, 12, 13 and plus year old swimmers when they don't know a lot about A3?
Yeah, so part of them is telling them that story that we were just referring to. I oftentimes say if we take all the suits and throw them in the water, they all swim at the same speed. So it's really, at the end of the day, it's going to be that athlete's confidence. One of the things that I can point to is that our brand has been incredibly innovative with fabrics, with designs, and even with some of the bits and pieces, the accessories that come along with those suits, that we've been very innovative in bringing things into the market. Oftentimes those things will get picked up then by some of the larger brands, and you see that. I think that when people understand a little bit about what the brand is about, our mission is lead, innovate, inspire. And that inspire part for us is that we want to help that athlete become their best. We do that with our message in everything we do, whether it's packaging, whether it's on our website, whether it's face-to-face conversation. We're always trying to help that athlete be at their very best. But we do want to share with them also what our passion is. And when you talk about, some of the larger brands that, may be publicly traded, it's a little bit of a different mindset than what we bring to the table on a daily basis. We literally are driven to get better every day, which is exactly the same process that they're going through. So a lot of times we like to talk to them a little bit about their process, where their mindset is, and have them understand that we're in the exact same place. We're experiencing great success. We're the fastest growing brand of competitive swimwear in the country, and we have been for the last 3 or 4 years. I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. This year has been an incredible year for us thus far, and we're just in March. We just signed Virginia Tech University, and they have an incredible men's and women's team, and I think they're going to be great at NC2As. We continue to pick up additional Division I, II, and III teams every year. So that's part of the process, but to get to this younger swimmer, sometimes it's going to be through the coach, sometimes it's going to be through a direct conversation. It's really getting an opportunity to get that chance, that one chance. And then when they see somebody else wearing it, oftentimes, especially at this age, they need to know that, they need to see that, and then they would be willing to try it. And there's a lot of benefits to trying it. Again, we talk about, wear and tear, we talk about price point, designs, and some of the innovations that we have in our fabrics and in our suits.
So I think the price point is a big thing, right? Obviously, among this age group, none of these kids, well, pretty much most of these kids don't really have jobs that can support, there's parents like Elisa and I that are footing the bill for these suits. So are you able to disclose what your prices are on your suits?
Yeah, so for Vici, for example, it's a $399 suit. And to give you an idea, it costs about 60% more to make than than the largest brand in the world. So there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of technology and engineering that goes into that suit, and we sell it for about $200 less than that competitor. And we're able to do that for a number of reasons. First of all, one of them is we really have to have a competitive advantage to the person who doesn't know who we are. And that is the competitive advantage that helps us open up the door. But we don't have a skyscraper, and we're a relatively small team, and we don't quite have the overhead. We don't have Olympic, $1 million swimmer contracts that we're engaged in. Those are some of the things that we just cannot and would not at this point in time get into. So it puts us in a position where, if we need to do with a little bit less, we do, because that's part of the mission. That's part of our effort to grow the company.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note here, this isn't just a side business for you, right? So we were talking a little earlier around, you're headquartered in Wisconsin.
Yep, we're in Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee, in a town called Oconomowoc.
Oconomowoc. I thought we had some interesting town and city names out here in Massachusetts.
Right.
I don't know if I could say that one 3 times, but talk a little bit about that, about your team. How many people are on your team? What does that look like?
Yeah. So fortunately for us, our 2 daughters work for us. Anna really is in business development, but has really taken a strong hold over operations as well. Ellie, our oldest, handles all of our marketing. So everything you see or hear from our company comes from Ellie. The two of them together make a great team. They're very well aware of what our mission is. Like I alluded to before, they're Division I swimmers, and they know how to work. They know how to get things done. They have great personalities. They do it both at a very high level. We're very blessed to have them with us. We have people that have worked with us for 22 years that we brought from our previous swimming business into our brand. So we have a relatively small group as it relates to a lot of other companies. We don't have an army of reps that are on the pool deck. And, one of the reasons why we don't, and Anna and I talked about this yesterday, when we come to an event like this, we're meeting a lot of people for the first time. I want to be that person. She wants to be that person. So to send a third party doesn't really make a lot of sense to us because we want to be true to the brand and we want people to understand really who we are.
You only get one chance to make a first impression, right? So that's key for an organization of your size, right? You want that first engagement, that first interaction with the customer or the prospective customer to be one that they're going to remember.
Absolutely.
For sure. And the aspect of working with your family and with your daughters is great. I have my daughters helping me with this stuff. Occasionally, I try and get Addison, who's my oldest, swimming tonight on the air. That doesn't work too well a lot, but my 10-year-old will be here tomorrow night. She'll be working the camera with me. So there is certainly something to be said for that, right? Being able to work with your family, to be able to grow and build a brand from the bottom all the way to the top. So I know our time is winding down here. So look into the crystal ball 5 years from now. It's March. It's March of 2027. Where do you hope to find A3 Performance?
Well, our mission, one of the mistakes that I made in the last year or two was to focus on growth. And what I realized is that growth is a result and not really a strategy. So our strategy has sort of shifted very much to the customer, like we were talking about before, is at what level can we service the customer? How can we own that space and be better than any of our competitors? We believe that we have phenomenal products. So how do we get that message across and deliver on a daily basis, not just on a one-time sale, but how do we deliver on a daily basis? So the service for us has been incredibly important, very much of a focus for our entire team. So with that, I believe that we're going to have somebody on the Olympic team when we come to 2024. I don't know that it'll be the U.S. Olympic team. Like I said, we're working with some NIL athletes in college that are capable of not only swimming at the Olympics or finaling, but are capable of gold medals. So I think that we'll have that level of success. Honestly, that's not as important to me as it is having an impact in the sport. We do a little bit right now with Learn to Swim, and we like to support as much drowning prevention as we possibly can. We do that through a number of different swim schools and a number of different charities. So we want to continue to have that sort of an impact. But, our company's going to continue to grow. I think unless we do something, tremendously wrong, I think we're going to continue to have growth because the products are spot on. The service is very good. And fortunately for me, we've been able to attract really, really good people to work in our business. So I think with our focus on the customer and being very quality oriented in our products, we're going to continue to see growth in our brand. We're going to continue to see a greater acceptance at the club level, high school level, all the way up to the collegiate level. That's where I see us. I see myself still working in 5 years.
And that's a good thing. We certainly appreciate you coming out, sponsoring this meet, being a proud partner with WPI. We talked about Olympians. We actually have an Olympian swimming here today. So Jayla Pina, who swims for Gators, which is the team my daughter is on, swam in the 2021 Olympics for Cape Verde.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was their first ever, Cape Verde's first ever foray into Olympic swimming.
Fantastic.
And Jayla and her brother Troy, who is not here, they both competed. Their sister LaTroya was supposed to compete if it was held when it was supposed to be held in 2020. She's off in med school down at Howard University. And it's funny, her brother Troy Pina, is a police officer up here. Graduated from the academy, took like 2 months off to go to the Olympics, and then came back to work. So, well, listen, folks, you've heard it right from Dan Meinholz. He's the owner and founder of A3 Performance. So check them out at a3performance.com. Dan, appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome anytime up. We'd like to see you at some more meets in New England.
As I would like to as well. I just want to say your presence here is phenomenal and really takes this venue and this event to a higher level, so I appreciate that.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Have a great night. Thank you for
you.
joining us. So Dan Meinholz, ladies and gentlemen, from A3 Performance. Again, you can check them out at a3performance.com as we go toward the end here. It is Clara Renner, 10:09.99. So Renner came in with the top time this morning, 10:16. She goes out with the top time in the finals, 10:09.99. Looks like it will be Bella Busconi from Greenwood Swimming. She'll take second, 10:26.40. And Kyla Kelly will take third, 10:30.95. McAllister will take fourth. So we're moving right along here. We'll be going into event number 2. This is the one heat of the men's 15 to 18,000 yard freestyle. We'll have all 10 lanes. We'll have all 10 lanes filled there. There's your results. Clara Renner takes it 10:09.99. So congratulations to Clara Renner. Followed up a strong prelim swim this morning with a great final swim tonight. I did not hear the message if they were going to do awards. I don't think they're going to do awards until after. Let's just make sure. Nope, they are going to do awards right now. I don't know for what, so we'll turn it down to our public address announcer when he goes live. That's Mark Wild.
Ladies, you can clear the pool. We will be doing the awards for this event. Clear the coach from the current. Perfect. Finishing third in the women's 15 to 18,000 freestyle. Swimming from this morning from Crimson, Sofia Della Coletta, 10:17.14. Finishing second, a time of 10:09.99 from Crimson Aquatics, Clara Renner. And your women's 15 to 18,000 yard freestyle champion, a time of 10:04.52 from this morning from Commonwealth Swimming, Dana Lee. Great swim, ladies. You can give your medals back and you can collect them from the table with your labels. Our next event is event 2, men's 15, 18,000 yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 from Kingfish, Casey LaLiberette.
So we're going to turn off the PA guy because what happens is it picks up the music in the background and we don't want a copyright strike on the YouTube account. It's crazy how good the artificial intelligence is with that stuff. It will pick up the slightest bit of copyrighted music and give you a strike on your YouTube account. We certainly don't want that for WPI. Unfortunately, the speaker system is so good in here that I'm sure you can hear the public address announcer even through my microphone. So it's almost impossible to completely drown them out. So we'll move into heat number 3. Well, really, it's heat 1 on the boys' side. What did I do there? There we go. We're back. It wasn't Elisa, folks. That was me. There are your lane assignments. Casey LaLiberty in lane 1. Nicholas Kavik in lane 2. Andrew Song in 3. William Mulgrew in 4. Samuel Reynoso Williams in 5. Hubert Wong in lane 6. Theodore Morris in lane 7. Henry Campbell in 8. Evan Lyons in 9. And Nicholas Wyndham in 10. It was good to hear from Dan Meinholz. Good story around A3 Performance. They are generously sponsoring this event this weekend. They are a partner with WPI as well. So like we talked about a little early, if you have a chance, check them out at a3performance.com. I can speak for myself as a parent. When my daughter it seems like it's every few months. It's probably not quite that often, but, sends me the old link with a $500 to $600 tech suit. Oh, and I know all you parents, we all feel that same pain. So to have another option in the market at a level that A3 Performance is at a price point, which is certainly much lower than what else is out there. That's great. So give them a look, a3performance.com, lead, innovate, inspire. So back to some live swimming action. I have noticed we are having some internet, I don't want to say issues, but we're losing some frames, or we're having a little bit of some tech issues here and there. I'm seeing the screen glitch. I don't know if you're seeing it at home. Certainly apologize for that. I mean, it's not terribly distracting, but it is only because I'm noticing it. So not quite sure what is going on. Could be spike in internet traffic, or we're dropping something. But in any event, Reynoso Williams leading the way, followed by William McGrew. It's Hubert Wang running in third right now. Over 150 of you joining us here tonight. Sandra Smith, Diane Kavik, we got Viv, we got David Savaznikov, we have Jennifer 11176, otherwise known as Jennifer Brew, my wife. Gotta love those YouTube gotta love those YouTube screen names. After the men's 1,000-yard freestyle, we'll move into awards, and then we'll head into Reynoso Williams continues to lead the way, so he jumped out early. He came in with a 9:25.82, so he's your top qualifier coming in. Hubert Wang from Commonwealth, his teammate, 9:27.46, so they're running 1 and 2 right now. It's William Mulgrew running in third right now. Reynoso Williams, Wang, and Mulgrew. Morse is running third. Reynoso Williams first, Wang second, Mulgrew third, Morse is running fourth. Jennifer Abreu asks, how was Elisa's birthday week? For those of you not in the know, my partner, who was also at age groups last weekend with her daughter Emily, was helping me, and I did not find out. She was helping me through the whole session, and I got a little tipped off to her birthday late in the session, and it was her own mother that dimed her out. Apparently, she was trying to keep me from knowing it was her birthday because she did not want the attention on the air. But ladies and gentlemen, it was Elisa Pelchat's birthday last week. She's very lucky I didn't start singing happy birthday to her on the air. But her birthday week was good. Was your birthday week good? Elisa had a good birthday week. Those weren't the exact words she used, but we're going to go with she had a good birthday week. little sickness issues running through the house last week. So it's Reynoso Williams continuing to lead the way, followed by Hubert Wang and William Mulgrew. 1, 2, and 3 right now. Tell you, Dan was here talking about his family and how he works with his 2 daughters. Not easy to work with family. Not always easy. I think it's a little easier potentially when it's your company and then your kids are working for you, but not always easy to work with family. So kudos to them on making it work. I have personally checked out their tech suits, and they have some really, really nice suits. So I know the Vici is their top-of-the-line suit. So check that out at a3performance.com. Reynoso Williams continuing to lead the way. In lane 5, followed by Hubert Wang. The lead is down to 0.4 of a second, so Wang really giving him a battle here at the 750-yard mark. Mulgrew is 5 seconds off the pace, Campbell 7 seconds behind. So keep an eye on this situation as it develops. I'm sure both of these young men, 17 years old and from Commonwealth, so training partners, they're almost simultaneously to the wall at the 800-yard mark. As a matter of fact, they're less than 0.2 of a second apart right now. So Samuel Reynoso Williams in lane 5, Hubert Wang in lane 6, leading the way. It is William Mulgrew in third, a little over 5 seconds off the mark right now. $850-yard mark. Hubert Wang has actually moved into the lead by 0.3 of a second. Wang has now moved out ahead by 0.3 of a second. So it's a close battle here. Lanes 5 and 6, Samuel Reynoso Williams and Hubert Wang. It is Wang who has moved ahead about a half a body length right now. So starting to pick it up, and there's the bell for both of these young men. Reynoso Williams in lane 5, Hubert Wang in lane 6. Here comes Reynoso Williams starting to make a charge. At the 975-yard wall, it will be Wang who touches first. Can Reynoso Williams catch him? He's been in first for most of this race except the last 200 yards. Here he comes with a late surge at the wall. Who's going to touch first? And it is Hubert Wang by 0.03 of a second. 9:29.38 for Wang, 9:29.41 for Reynoso Williams. So 0.03 of a second make Hubert Wang your 15-18 1,000 free winner. What an amazing race that was. It was Reynoso Williams leading the whole race until the 800-yard mark. So excellent, excellent racing there. Nicholas Wyndham will finish up from Greenwood.
Great swim, gentlemen. Please clear the pool. And we'll present the awards for this event. All 3 times coming from this heat.
We'll go to awards and our public address announcer, Mark Wild.
Finishing in third from Crimson, a time of 9:38.74, William Mulgrew. Finishing second from Current Swimming, Samuel Reneso Williams. And your men's 15-18 1,000-yard freestyle champ in a time of 9:29.38 from the Current, Hubert Huang.
So there are your 3 winners from the men's 1,000 freestyle.
Great swim, gentlemen. Great swims.
We'll move over into event number 3, the women's 15-18 100-yard butterfly.
Our next event is event 3.
There are your lane assignments.
There will be 3 heats.
So this is the C final. There is a C, B, and A final. This is the C final.
Bonus final.
Amelia Howe will be in lane 1. Ruby Groves in 2. Ayanna Folger in lane 3. Addison Abreu in lane 4. Elle Anthony in 5. Harper Stevenson in 6. Caitlin Patt in 7. Alexandra Sotik in lane 8. Claire Mosher in lane 9. And Amalia Guerra in lane number 10. Top time coming in belongs to Elle Anthony, 59 flat. Same with Harper Stevenson.
Ayanna Fuga. Lane 4 from Gator, Addison Abreu. Lane 5 from Weymouth Waves, Elle Anthony. Lane 6 from Purple Valley Aquatics, Harper Stevenson. Lane 7 from Boston.
So it's Anthony Groves, Sotik, and Abreu, your top 3. Your top 9 swimmers, 9/10 of a second apart.
Lane 10 from Bluefish, Amelia Guerrera.
Here we go, the final 25. And it looks like it's Addison Abreu battling with Ruby Groves, and it will be Abreu who takes it 57-60.
First there, 57-60, Addison Abreu.
Ruby Groves goes to 57-92. Third place goes to Harper Stevenson. So Addison Abreu, your C final winner. We'll move on to the A final. Excuse me, not the A, the B final. What am I talking about?
Consolation final.
Anya Rao in lane 1, Braylon Wilson in 2, Gracie O'Connell in 3, Katie Chiapetta in 4, Lauren Jolly in 5, Abigail Topfer in 6, Clara Bodner in 7, Alexandra Akhmeva in 8, Claire Nelly in 9, and Rebecca Siegel in lane 10.
5 from Gator, Lauren Jolly. Lane 6 from Kingfish, Abigail Topfer. Lane 7 from Weymouth Waves, Clara Bodner. Lane 8 from Gator Swimming, Alexandra Akhmeva.
It is Bodner at the halfway mark, followed by Jolly and Akhmeva, both Gators, lanes places 2 and 3. Bodner from WW, that looks like the Weymouth Waves. Looks like Jolly in the lead here. And it is. Lauren Jolly will take it, so Gators win our first 2 consolation heats. Bodner takes second, O'Connell third. The B final and the A final will score points, so everybody in this heat will score points. We'll move into our A final.
Lord. Lane 1 from Commonwealth Swimming, Eliza Brown. Lane 9 from Solo, Caroline Cavalier. Lane 2 from Greenwood, Chloe Song. Lane 8 from Crimson, Clara Renner. Lane 3 from Greenwood, Amanda Whitkiss. Lane 7 from Bluefish, Katie White. Lane 4 from Crimson, Hope Zayef. Lane 6 from Solo, Anna Bomer. And your top seed, a time of 54.84 from the current swimming, Natalie Mannion.
So moving into our A final, it was Mannion this morning, 54.84, followed by Anna Bomer, 55.23. So the battle should be in the middle of the pool between Zayefith, Mannion, and Bomer. Mannion is a Stanford University commit, Bomer a University of Michigan commit. So this is shaping up to be a good one here, and it looks like it's Bomer in lane 6, currently leading the way by about a half a body length. Bomer went a 55.23 this morning, so a half a second behind Mannion. Mannion's going to have to pick up the pace here if she's going to catch Bomer. Bomer at the 25-yard wall. Here we go. Mannion and Bomer down the stretch. Lanes 5 and 6. It looks like it's Bomer continuing to be in the lead, and it will be Bomer who takes it. 53.85. Mannion goes a 54.23. Amanda Whitkiss takes third, 55.63. So there are your top three. 53.04. So just off the meet record. We'll move into event number 4. This is the men's 15-18 100-yard butterfly. We'll start off with our C final. Appreciate everybody taking the time to join us tonight, teetering right around 200 people. Shout out to all the parents and swim moms at the Courtyard Marriott over on Grove Street. I know you're in the lobby, hooting and hollering for your kids tonight, led by Sandra Smith from Gators. She's leading the chants over there. Awards. Sorry about that, folks. We left that graphic up a little too long, but there's awards. So we have Whitkiss, Mannion, and it will be Anna Bomer.
Anna Bomer.
If we have any solo parents out there, I feel like I'm saying Anna's last name wrong. I feel like it's a constant struggle. I say Bomer. The PA announcer says Bamer. If you can jump into the live chat and fill me in, correct me. I actually got to meet Anna's dad at MIAA sectionals in the fall. You know, I did ask and I forgot. That's what happens when you're 46. You forget things. Jacob Antonovich in lane 1, Harry Fang in 2, Isaac Ng in 3, Nathaniel Murray in 4, Alex Yu in 5, Jameson McEnany in lane 6, Alex Lopes in lane 7, Teddy Sun, friend of the program, in lane 8, Zach Zabo in 9, and Aiden Malvey in lane 10. Very tightly bunched group of swimmers here. It was McEnany to the wall first, followed by Malvey. Lopes is running third right now from Gators. Top 3 swimmers less than 0.2 of a second apart, folks. So keep an eye on Lopes here in lane 7. Also keep an eye on lane 10. That's Aiden Malvey. from Kingfish, and he looks like he's jumped out in front, and it looks like it will be Aiden Malvey who takes our opening heat. In lane 10, 52.75. McEnany takes second. Antonovich takes third. So congratulations to Aiden Malvey, your C final winner. We'll move into our B final. Jason Chiapinelli in lane 1, Reed Nussbaum in lane 2, Andrew Dew in lane 3, Mateo Smith in 4, Luke Austin in 5, Nelson Javen Aquilano in 6, Luca Capoletto in lane 7, Dawson Milligan in 8, Ryan Connors in 9, and Jonathan Bird in lane 10. Was Luke Austin with the top time in prelims this morning in this heat, 52.58 for Austin from Green Mountain Aquatics. He's in lane 5. Looks like it's lane 3, Andrew Dew leading the way, followed by Capoletto and Milligan. So all of our swimmers separated by 9/10 of a second here, folks. So less than a second separates the field. But it looks as though it's Luca Capoletto from Cape Cod. Let's check the results, and it is Capoletto who takes it. Nussbaum second, Smith third. We'll move into our A finalists. I'm going to give you those lane assignments here. Matt V. Ivanov from Gators in lane 1. Jacob Russell from GMA in 2. Timothy Andrews from Ryak in lane 3. Thomas Hagar from Commonwealth in 4. Landon Him, your top qualifier, in lane 5. Davis Brownbrake from Commonwealth in lane 6. Thomas Denton from GMA in lane 7. Aiden Kelly from Cape Cod in lane 8. Luke Jagier from the Tritons in lane 9. And it is the other half of the Andrews twins, Nicholas Andrews from Ryak in lane 10. So Tim in lane 3, Nick in lane 10. Grandma Gail, if you're listening to us, hello. Shout out to Lee Him out there, Landon's dad. Landon and Jess, I'm sure, watching this somewhere comfortable. Oh, Lee and Jess, that's right. I don't know why I said Landon. I hope Landon's not watching this. He's on the blocks right now. So Landon, our top qualifier this morning, he's a Dartmouth commit. 50-29 this morning. Hagar went a 50-68. Bonebreak a 50-53. So 4, 5, and 6 is where all the action is going to be here. And right now it's Davis Bonebreak at the halfway mark leading the way. He's out in a 23-71, a Hagar 23-74. It was him in 4th at the halfway mark. Denton in 3rd, 8/100ths behind. I expect him to make a bit of a move here at the final wall. The question is, can he catch Bonebreak? Here comes Landon Him. It looks like he's moved into 2nd, but it will be Davis Bonebreak who takes it. Him takes 2nd, Hagar 3rd. So Bonebreak will take it, followed by him and Hagar. Bonebreak will go sub 50. So I believe we're doing awards right now. Let's just double check. We are. We'll be going to awards. Oh, it is Bamer. Okay, I'm sorry, Bamer family. Like I said, I met Anna's dad at MIAA sectionals over in Wellesley in the fall. We had a great conversation. He had his Michigan hat on. And I had forgot. You know what it is? You hear other people pronounce it wrong, and then you start pronouncing it wrong, but it was Anna Bamer.
And your men's 1800 butterfly champ at a time of 49.77 from the current Davis Bone Break.
So Bone Break, him, and Hagar.
Great swim, gentlemen. Great swim.
We'll move into the 200-yard freestyle. Here's the C final. El Mashad in lane 1, Annalise Moylan in 2, Julia Pelchat in lane 3, Anna Coleman in 4, Kyla Kelly in 5, Tegan Jeffers in lane 6, Morgan Moniz in 7, Kaylee Stockwell in 8, Paige Wielgus in 9, and it's Isabella Smith in lane 10. Good start there by Pelchat in lane 3. And I'm not just saying that because her mother is standing next to me. You go back and watch the replay. Known for her quick reaction time and explosive starts, Pelchat had a fantastic start in lane 3, and it's propelled her to the lead very early on here. Next to Coleman in lane 4. I think Pelchat had a little more in the tank this morning. I know she went out in a 57. Coleman and Pelchat leading the way here in lanes 3 and 4. Kelly in lane 5. Stockwell in lane 8, all in the mix right now. Coleman, Kelly, and Pelchat are your top 3. Stockwell in 4th. Your top 4 separated by 29 100ths of a second. So it's anybody's race. Coleman from Phoenix starting to surge a little bit in lane 4. It was Kaylee Stockwell, though, in lane 8 towards the top, leading the way by less than 0.2. Coleman in 2nd, Kelly 3rd, Jeffers 4th right now. And out of nowhere, it's Tegan Jeffers taking 1st. Kelly takes 2nd. Stockwell takes 3rd. So Jeffers, through 100 yards, was in 7th place. At the 150-yard mark, she moves down to 4th. At the end, she is your winner of the C final. Congratulations, Tegan Jeffers. We'll move into our B final. There is your lane assignments for the B final. Elizabeth Nesta in lane 1, Dia Ackerman Valela in lane 2, Gracie O'Connell in 3, Caitlin Horsch in 4, Ava Yablonsky in lane 5, Eliza Brown in lane 6, Meredith Teague in 7, Sarah Bernard in 8, Elle Anthony in 9, Charlotte Molson in lane 10.
4 from Crimson, Caitlin Bush. Lane 5 from Charles Robotics, Ava Yablonsky. Lane 6 from the current, Eliza Brown. Lane 7 from the current, Meredith T. Lane 8 from the current, Sarah Bernard. Lane 9 from Wicked Wings, L. Anthony. Lane 10 from Crimson, Charlotte Wilson.
At the halfway mark, it's Brown, Anthony, Horsch, separated by 3/10. Teague also a little over 3/10 behind Yablonsky, 6/10. Eliza Brown maintains her lead, starting to pull away a bit here in lane 6. Brown will take it. Yablonsky takes second. Anthony takes third.
Great drop from there. Great swim, ladies. Twist to the pool as we introduce our A finalists. So we got championship final.
So our A final will bring Allison Brown from Kingfish in lane 1, Katie White from Bluefish in lane 2, Hannah Wazorek from Crimson in lane 3, Sophia Della Coletta from Crimson in lane 4, Natalie Mannion in lane 5 from Commonwealth, Dana Lee also from Commonwealth in lane 6, Alden White from Crimson in lane 7, Amanda Whitkiss from Greenwood in lane 8, Clara Renner from Crimson in 9, and Abigail Topfer from Kingfish in lane 10.
Lane 7 from Crimson, Aiden White. Lane 4 from Crimson, Sophia Della Coletta. Lane 6 from the current, Dana Lee. Your top seeded time of 1:47.93 from the current, Natalie Mannion. Championship final.
So here we go, folks. This is the A final for the women's 15 to 18 200-yard freestyle. Top time this morning was logged by Natalie Mannion from Commonwealth, 147.93. So not only was she the only one sub 150, she was a sub 148. 147.93 from Mannion. She's in the middle of the pool. Silver cap in lane 5. Just basically getting out of the pool from swimming the one fly, as is Amanda Whitkiss as well. So it's a blessing and a curse in these finals, depending on when the events are. Not a lot of warm down time after events. Not a lot of time to flush that lactic acid out of the muscles. Exactly, as you heard about the technology that A3 Performance uses, the compression, all the different materials helps a swimmer to flush that lactic acid out of their muscles and recover faster. Speaking of faster, it is Mannion who has jumped into the lead, followed by her teammate from Commonwealth, Dana Lee. So they're running 1 and 2 right now, lanes 5 and 6. Mannion, Lee, and Della Coletta, your top 3. Alden White holding in 4th right now, swimming on a lane number 7. So Mannion will take it. 147.98. Lee takes second. Della Coletta takes third. Mannion and Lee led right from the beginning. There are your final results. I think we're going to do awards. No, we're not. We're going to go into...
Great swim, ladies. Could you please put a pool, and we will do awards for this event.
We will do awards.
Finishing third in a time of 1:51.17 from Crimson, Sophia Della Coletta. Your runner-up from current swimming, Dana Lee, in a time of 1:49.17. And your women's 15 to 18 200-yard freestyle champ at a time of 1:47.98 from the current, Natalie Mannion.
So we will move back into our events, which will be the men's. We'll get you those lane assignments in 1 second as soon as the scoreboard operator moves things through here. Here we go. There are your assignments. Andrew Nath in lane 1, Christopher Raymond in 2, Teddy Sun in 3, Ethan McAnucci in 4, Jack Ventry in 5, Daniel Nee in 6, Daniel Voner in 7, William Burke in 8, Sam D in lane 9, and Dan Brudney in lane 10. Rumor has it there could be a couple Bluefish parents at the Boynton right now playing a little shot game with the live stream potentially, so always, you can make anything a shot game, right? I mean, anything. Anything can be a drinking game out there. Ethan McAnucci leading the way, followed by Christopher Raymond and Jack Ventry. McAnucci came in with a 1:48.41. It was not the fastest time coming in. That belongs to Ventry. 1:48.37, and Daniel Nee 1:48.39. So a lot of 1:48s tightly bunched up here, lanes 3 through 8. McAnucci, Ventry, and Raymond right now, your top 3 leading the way. McAnucci continues to lead the way, followed by Ventry. Teddy Sun has moved up into third right now from the Tritons. He's in lane 3. McAnucci is running away with it here in lane 4, so congratulations to Ethan. 1:44.27 for McAnucci. Ventry takes second. Nee takes third. It was Teddy Sun coming in 4th. So Ethan McAnucci, your C final winner. We'll move on to the B final. There are your lane assignments, led out by lane number 1, Jamison McEnany. Elliot Morris in 2, Quinn Borchers in 3, both from Kingfish. Jacob Russell from GMA in 4, Nicola Hench in lane 5. Timothy Andrews from Ryak in lane 6, Zach Bumatovich from Crimson in 7, Evan Harrington from the Tritons in 8, Campbell Hall from Charles River Aquatics in lane 9, and Duke Garvin in lane 10. Campbell Hall in lane 9 leading the way, but look at this, folks. Almost a straight line all the way across the pool. Very early on, obviously. Typically in these finals, you don't see a ton of separation, so Macanucci was the exception and not the rule that we see in the finals typically. Running away with it. These are what finals typically look like. Crowded field. Right. All 10 swimmers a second and a quarter away from each other right here. Campbell Hall continues to lead the way in lane 9 by the slimmest of margins. 15/100ths over Hench in lane 5. It's now Zach Bubanovich in lane 7 who has moved into first. His teammate Hench has moved into second. Hall drops down to third. Morse fourth. So our top 4 swimmers, 12/100ths of a second away from each other. And this is going to be too close to call at the end here, folks. We're going to have to go to the wall, and it will be Bubanovich who takes it 146.11. Hench goes 146.12, 1/100th of a second. Hall takes third. Timothy Andrews fourth. Our top 5 swimmers, 146s. Whew, what a swim. We'll move into our A final. We'll get you the lane assignments. So we'll have Tim Johnson in lane 1 from Cape Cod, Benjamin Lee in lane 2 from Crimson, Sam Kraft from Kingfish in lane 3, Hubert Wong from Commonwealth in lane 4, Aiden Kelly from Cape Cod in lane 5, Daniel McLaughlin from Solo in lane 6, Luke Jaguar from the Tritons in lane 7, Thomas Denton from GMA in lane 8, Sam Reynoso Williams from Commonwealth in 9, and Teddy Morse from Kingfish in lane 10. We're waiting for the timer to move us along here. Here we go. There are your lane assignments. As we just talked about, Aiden Kelly, the top time coming in this morning, 140.89 for Kelly. He's in lane 5. Great start from lane 6. That was Daniel McLaughlin. I wish we had reaction time statistics because McLaughlin was shot out of a cannon in lane 6. It's propelled him to the early lead. So the pool at Boston University, it does have reaction time, similar to what you see in, world-class meets, Olympics. But the beef with that is it only flashes on the scoreboard for about a half a second when the race starts. So you have to be remarkably fast to see what the reaction times are. Fast, right? Hey, right? If you want to see those reaction times, you have to be fast. Aiden Kelly leading the way in lane 5, followed by McLaughlin and Denton. So those 3 6/10ths of a second apart. Kelly, McLaughlin, and Denton continue to lead the way. For those of you looking for a bite to eat after the meet tonight, I've been up in Worcester a lot over the past few weeks. If you're staying at the Courtyard Marriott, there's a place within walking distance, like a block away, the Fix Burger Bar. Fantastic burgers, good beers, good mixed drinks. I don't know about the beers. I don't drink beer, but could be packed, and it will be Aiden Kelly who takes it. McLaughlin takes second. It is Lee, so Ben Lee in lane 2 will take third. So Aiden Kelly, 140.69.
swims, Owen. Great swims all around. Finishing third from Crimson in a time of 1:44.27, Benjamin Lee. Your runner-up, swimming out of lane 6, Daniel McLaughlin, a time of 1:41.39. And your men's 15-18 200-yard freestyle champ in a time of 1:40.69 from Cape Cod Swim Club, Aiden Kelly.
So it's Aiden Kelly capturing first place from Cape Cod. Congratulations to your top 3 swimmers as we move into event number 7. We're already into event 7, folks. The women's 15-18 100-yard backstroke. There are your lane assignments. Abriana Cronstrom in lane 1, Tegan Jeffers in 2, Kathleen Edison in 3, Gracie O'Connell in 4, Alexa Lundell in 5, Ava Wong in lane 6, Isabella Lombard in lane 7, Courtney Bogosian in 8, Elizabeth Nesta in lane 9, and Elena Dudkina in lane 10. Alexa Lundell's 59.63 was the top time this morning coming into this heat. And it was Lundell out to already a half a body length lead at the 25-yard mark. So fantastic start, good underwaters from Lundell. Here comes Cronstrom in lane 1. It's Lundell, Bogosian, and Lombard. Bogosian in lane 8 towards the top of your screen. See if Bogosian can make a run at Lundell here. Final 25, it is Lundell still leading the way. She's got Cronstrom in 1, Bogosian in lane 8 to battle off. Cronstrom and Lundell at the wall, and it is Cronstrom who takes it 59.30. Lundell takes second, Dudkina takes third. We'll move into our B final, where you will find Caitlin Patt in lane 1, Kyla Kelly in lane 2, Braylon Wilson in 3, Paige Wheelgus in 4, Irene Yang in lane 5, Chloe Akambi in lane 6, Charlotte Hoover in 7, Chloe Wukich in lane 8, Isabel Pantoni in lane 9, and Addison Abreu in lane 10. It is Wilson, Wukich, and Hoover. Wilson will take it. Wukich second, Pat third. Pat takes third. So Wilson, Wukich, Pat your top three. We'll move into our A final. So from Charles River Aquatics in lane 1, Naomi Bogom. In lane 2 from the Storm, Cambria Jewett. In lane 3 from Solo, Avery Lord. In lane 4 from Crimson, Hannah Wazorek. In lane 5 from Commonwealth, Natalie Mannion. In lane 6 from Crimson, Alden White. In lane 7 from Crimson, Hope Zayafith. In lane 8 from the Tritons, Noah Chambers. In lane 9 from Bluefish, Katie Chapetta. And in lane 10, unattached, it's Jenna Charlotte.
Aiden White. In your top seeded time of 54:29 from the current, Natalie Mannion. Championship final.
So here it is, Heat 3, our A final. Mannion was over 2 seconds faster than the next closest swimmer this morning, and that was Alden White from Crimson. But it is White neck and neck with Mannion right now, along with Wazorek in lane 4. Good underwater there by Mannion has put her in the lead. Such strong underwaters by Mannion in lane 5. Literally swims about half the pool underwater with those strong dolphin kicks. Natalie Mannion will take this one going away. She'll be followed by Alden White, it looks like. And it is. Her teammate Hannah Wazorek takes third. Hope Zayafith takes fourth. So Natalie Mannion, your 100 back champion. 53.99 for Mannion. It's a 0.3 of a second drop from this morning, I believe. We will go to awards.
Gentlemen, back up, finishing third in that event from Crimson, Hannah Wieserek. Your runner-up from Crimson, Aiden White. With some great boots. And your women's 15-18 yard backstroke champ in a time of 53.99 from the current, Natalie Mannion.
Now we're off into the men's 15-18 100-yard backstroke.
Our next event is event 8, men's 15-18 100-yard backstroke.
There were the results of the women's. Natalie Mannion, your champion. There are lane assignments for heat number 1 of the men's 15-18 back. This is the C final. Casey La Liberty with quite the animated pre-race routine. Looks like lane 4 is going to be open. So it looks like we will have an alternate for Hammett in lane 4. It looks like it's Flynn McDowell from North Shore Swim Club. Luca Capoletto in lane 1, Luke Austin in 2, Casey La Liberty in lane 3. It's Flynn McDowell, it appears, or McDonnell in 4, Isaac Ing in 5, Ben Lee in 6, Johan Zhang in 7, Andrew Dementiev in 8, Andrew Liu in 9, and Luke Gagnon in lane 10. So I say it was Flynn McDonnell. He was the number 1 alternate from North Shore, and it looks like he had the NSSC on his cap. So Dementiev leading the way, followed by Gagnon and Ing. Two tight race to the finish here, and it will be Ing who takes it 54-23. Dementiev takes second, Liu takes third. So Isaac Ing from the Weymouth Waves, your C final winner. Moving into our B final, you'll find Dawson Milligan in 1, Noam Reinhorn in 2, Matvey Ivanov in 3, Landon Him in lane 4, Luke Jaguar in 5, Anthony Tazlikov in lane 6, Matvey Malinovsky in 7, Davis Bonebreak in 8, Nicholas Andrews in 9, and William Mulgrew in lane 10. Jaguar comes into the B final with the top time of these 10 swimmers, 53:40. Pretty tightly bunched group of swimmers here. The halfway mark, Tazlikov, Him, and Malinovsky. Our top 7 separated by 0.8 of a second. Looks like it's Landon Him in the lead right now in lane 4. Let's see if Him can hold on. Known for his underwaters, and just as we say that, the race is now over, folks. Landon Him takes it. An unbelievable underwater there for him, 51.83. Tazlikov takes second, Malinovsky third. So if you want to go back and see what a strong underwater looks like, keep an eye on Landon Him there in lane 4. Basically won the race in the final 25 underwater. So we'll move into our A final. You'll find Timothy Johnson in lane 1 from Cape Cod, Nicola Hench from Crimson in 2, Daniel McLaughlin from Solo in 3, Nathan Delisle from the Tritons in lane 4, Thomas Hagar from Commonwealth in lane 5, Brian Zapata from Anglerfish in lane 6, Zach Zabo from Ryak in lane 7, Ridavuth Che from Crimson in 8, Dylan Jewett from the Storm in lane 9, and in lane number 10 from Seacoast, it's Bradley Waters. Duly noted Sandra Smith, so Hannah Wazorek. Okay. I think I was a little wrong with that pronunciation, so I do. Listen, I appreciate any and all pronunciation help. I may or may not always remember that help when I say the last name. So here we go, folks. A final of the men's 15-18 100-yard back. Great start in lane 4. That's Nathan Delisle from the Tritons. using every inch of that long frame to propel himself out in front with Thomas Hagar. So keep an eye on Hagar. Top time coming in this morning, 50:06. Delisle sticking right with him here. 0.3 of a second behind. Zapata running third, McLaughlin fourth, Szabo fifth right now. But it is Hagar who is starting to pull away with about 10 yards to go, and it will be Thomas Hagar following up on his prelim win finish this morning. Hagar takes in a 50:08. Delisle second. Zapata moves into third. Szabo takes fourth. So Thomas Hagar goes a 50.08. Basically 2/100ths off his time from this morning. He will be your 100 backstroke champion. We'll move down to awards, which will be presented.
Finishing in third in time of 51:00, Brian Zapata. Finishing third, Brian Zapata from Anglerfish. Finishing second from Amherst Tritons, Nathan DeLeese. Nathan Delisle. And your men's 15-1800 yard backstroke winner in a time of 50.08 from Current, Thomas Hagar. Great swim, gentlemen. If you hand your awards back to the official, you can collect your awards and your labels at the clerk or course table. Our next event is event 9, women's 15-18 400-yard medley.
We have moved into our 400 IM portion of the program. This is event 9. It will be the C final for the women's 15-18 400 IM. Ula Haller in lane 1, Georgia Cobb in lane 2, Braylon Wilson in 3, Laura Doobie in 4, Son Wadakis in lane 5, Mila Vuoltinaho in lane 6, Isabel Hausman in 7, Ella Bosselman in lane 8, and it's Meredith Lubelchek in lane 9. Lane 10 is open. It actually looks like lanes 9 and 10 are open right now. Doobie, Wilson, Vuoltinaho leading the way very early on. They'll swim, fly, transition over to back, move on to breast, and then finish up with freestyle. Typically an event where you see a lot of lead changes. A lot of those lead changes revolve around the breaststroke. Doobie leading the way, followed by Wilson and Hausman. Laura Doobie from Charles River continues to lead the way. Houseman second, Cobb third. Houseman moves from third to second. Wilson drops down into fourth. Doobie starting to build up a pretty sizable lead, and by sizable I mean 3 seconds as they move into the breaststroke. Keep an eye on Mila Vuoltinaho from Gators in lane 6. She's a very solid breaststroker as well. She's starting to make up some distance here. That long, smooth glide. And it is Vuoltinaho who has moved into second place now in lane 6. So had a very strong back, solid breast here so far. Another 50 to go. Would not surprise me to see Vuoltinaho right up there with Doobie as they transition over into freestyle for the final 100. And just like that, here comes Vuoltinaho. She could be the leader as they transition into the freestyle. It looks like Doobie will still be in the lead, but yes, by the slimmest of margins, it looks like it's 7/10. Didn't look that far apart, but Vuoltinaho has now moved into the lead, swimming out of lane 6. She went a 4:51.74 this morning. Doobie went a 4:52.03. It was Wadicus who had the top time, 4:50.72. She's currently running in 4th place. So with 50 to go, it is Mila Vuoltinaho from Gators leading the way. She's turned the tables on Doobie. She now leads Doobie by 0.8. Bosselman in 3rd, Wilson in 4th. Here comes Braylon Wilson now making a run at 2nd place. Challenging Doobie. Braylon Wilson will pass Doobie. Vuoltinaho will take it by the slimmest of margins. Wow. What a comeback by Wilson, who takes 2nd. Doobie takes 3rd. So Braylon Wilson was at the 300-yard mark, was in 5th place. She finishes in 2nd. On the heels of a very strong freestyle. So Mila Vuoltinaho, your Heat 1 C final winner, will move into Heat number 2, which will be the B final. Emily Richardson in lane 1, Abby Bauman in 2, Fiona Wang in 3, Frankie Dolby in 4, Ruby Groves in lane 5, Charlotte Hoover in lane 6, Isabella Smith in 7, Debbie Wells in 8, Ochi Lowe in lane 9, and in lane 10 from Bluefish, it's Izzy Chow. Ruby Groves owns the top time coming into the finals. She went a 4:38.28 this morning. She will be in lane 5. That was a good start by Charlotte Hoover from Commonwealth in lane 6, but a strong underwater by Groves. It's pushed her atop the lead early on, very early on here.
Lane 2 for Bluefish, Abby Bauman. Lane 3 for Greenwood, Fiona Wang. Lane 4 for Bluefish, Frankie Dolby. Lane 5 for Gators Hook Club, Ruby Groves. Lane 6 from the Commonwealth firm, Charlotte Hoover.
Groves, Wang, Hoover, and Chu leading the way. Top 4 swimmers separated by a second.
Lane 9 from Rhode Island Aquatic Club, Oceana Lowe. Lane 10 from Bluefish, Izzy Chu.
Groves will be your leader heading into backstroke. 1:00.81 for Groves. Wang in second, Dolby third. Top 3 separated by 2 seconds. But it is Groves, the 17-year-old standout for classical high schools. As you heard from her earlier on the broadcast, she'll be competing in the Rhode Island Interscholastic League State Championships tomorrow at Brown University for classical high school. So we wish Ruby and all of the other swimmers competing in the Rhode Island Interscholastic League State Championships tomorrow the best of luck. The field will be a little slimmer here tomorrow. Quite a few swimmers in this meet attending high schools and swimming for Rhode Island high school teams. Groves continues to lead the way. Izzy Chu has moved up into second place. She's swimming out of lane 10 at the top of your screen. Looks like Debbie Wells challenging her in lane 8. Groves will move into the breaststroke with the lead, so it has been Ruby's race from the beginning. Starting to stretch that lead a little bit. Looks like Debbie Wells and Izzy Chu running second and third. The lead over Debbie Wells for Groves is a little over 3 1/4 seconds. Hoover's now moved up into third. So she was in sixth at the 150-yard mark. She has now moved up into third place, swimming out of lane 6. Groves, Wells, and Hoover. But you can see on that wide shot the distance that Groves has put between her and the rest of the field. She must have had a very good lunch as she moves into the freestyle with Wells 5.5 seconds behind, Hoover a little over 6 seconds. Again, Groves came in with a 4:38.28. You heard from her mother, Kat, this morning talking about the college recruitment process, everything that goes along with it. Groves with 50 to go, still maintaining a huge lead. Looks like it's now Hoover. Nope, it's Wells followed by Hoover. So Wells holding on to second ever so slightly. 25 to go for Groves. Groves' brother George came in 5th for High Point on the boys' side for the 11 to 14 age groups last weekend. It's Ruby Groves taking it 4:34.22, so a great swim by Groves. She drops over 4 seconds off her time this morning. Hoover takes second. Smith takes third. Groves, Hoover, and Smith. Ruby Groves goes a 4:34.22. She is your B final winner.
So let's go to pool as we introduce and swim our championship final.
Your A final swimmers in lane 1 from Crimson will be Kelsa Data, or in lane 2 from Charles River Aquatics will be Ava Yablonsky. In lane 3 from Greenwood will be Savina Villani. In lane 4 from Crimson will be Claire Neely. In lane 5 from Commonwealth will be Eliza Brown. In lane 6 from Kingfish will be Ella Derby. In lane 7 from the Storm will be Emma Villot. In lane 8 From Gators will be Jay Lapina in lane 9. From Commonwealth will be Sarah Bernard. And in lane number 10 from Solo will be Cara Dominici.
Championship final. The 15, 16, 17, 18 New England resident record, fourth house by Elizabeth Beisel.
Eliza Brown comes in with the top time from this morning, 4:21.33. That's almost 6 seconds faster than Ella Derby from Kingfish. Brown in lane 5, Derby in lane 6. Ava Yablonsky looking very strong in lane 2 from Charles River. She came in with a 4:34.80. It is Eliza Brown, though, in the lead at the 100-yard mark, followed by Yablonsky and Derby. So our top 3 swimmers just over a second apart. Again, folks, we can see the screen is glitching every little while. I don't know why this is happening. We do apologize for it. Hopefully it's not taking anything away from your viewing experience here tonight. We'll look to investigate that after the session and get that squared away for tomorrow. Sometimes with live streaming, you just never know. Sometimes you'll never find out either. Brown continuing to lead the way, followed by Derby and Yablonsky. So Derby moves from 3rd place up to 2nd. Brown will move into the breaststroke as your leader by 1.5 seconds over Ella Derby. It's Ava Yablonsky in 3rd right now. She's getting a good race, though, from Claire Neely from Crimson in lane 4. And it is Neely who has now passed Yablonsky to move into 3rd. Brown, Derby, Neely, your top 3. So with an exceptionally strong breaststroke, Eliza Brown has opened up that lead on Derby in lane 6. She'll have a 4.5 second head start going into freestyle. It's always fun watching the parent timers. The timers for Brown in lane 5 right there thought she was done. She got to the wall. She did her flip turn, and you could see the timers look at each other like, oh, okay, we got another lap to go. Woof. I'd rather be early than late, so that's good. Eliza Brown will take it, 4:16.36. That's a almost 5-second time drop off this morning. Derby takes second. Claire Neely from Crimson will take third.
4:16.36. Good for a 5-second drop.
There are your full results. We will move into awards momentarily.
Great swim, ladies. Please put a pool, and we will present the awards for those top 3 finishers in the 15 to 18 400-yard IM. Finishing in third from Crimson, Claire Neely. Your runner-up from Kingfish in the time of 4:21.80, Ella Derby. And your women's 15-18 400-yard IM champ in a time of 4:16.36 from the Current, Eliza Brown. Ladies, if you like your medals, you can come collect them at the clerk of course table. Our next event is event 10, men's 15-18 400-yard IM. There will be 3 heats.
C final of the men's 15 to 18 4 IM. Lined up. Andrew Kelly in lane 1, William Molson in 2, William Fuchs in lane 3, Jeffrey Kong in 4, Caleb Del Rosario in lane 5, Scott Kessel in 6, Callum McDonald in 7, Zach Zabo in lane 8, Nicholas Austin in lane 9, and Ryan Connors in lane 10.
Lane 6 from Crimson, Scott Kessel. Lane 7 from 1, Callum
William Fuchs out to the early lead in lane 3. 18-year-old from Commonwealth came in with a 4:23.49. Kessel running second, McDonald third right now. Fuchs maintains his lead heading into the backstroke over McDonald and Kessel. McDonald 3/10, Kessel 8/10 behind. Although when you look at that lead visually, it looks more than 3/10 and 8/10. It was a good underwater there by Fuchs as they transitioned into the backstroke. Caleb Del Rosario has now moved up into second. He was in 6th place at the 100-yard mark. He's now climbed 4 spots up into second. Callum McDonald running in 3rd. It remains William Fuchs, though, leading the way in lane 3. He'll transition over to breaststroke halfway through this 400 IM. Typically the stroke where we see the most movement as far as places are concerned. We saw it this morning. Saw it in the women's 3 finals. Fuchs still in the lead. Keep an eye on Del Rosario, though, in lane 5. He's slowly been making up ground on Fuchs. He's just over a body length behind right now. We'll take a look where they are at this wall. 1.5 seconds behind. So Del Rosario making a surge during the breaststroke here. Kelly running third, McDonald fourth. Fuchs continues to look strong, though. William Fuchs from Commonwealth in lane 3. He doesn't know where Del Rosario is. Looks like he's maintained that lead through the last 50, or even drew it a little bigger, and he did. He's up to almost 2 seconds now. Austin has moved into third. He came from 5th at the 250-yard mark. Now he's in third. Del Rosario in second. William Fuchs running in first. And it looks like Fuchs has held off the run. Del Rosario made a strong run during breaststroke. Had that lead down to about 1.5 seconds. Right now it's over 3.5 seconds. So Fuchs continuing to get stronger. Let's see if Del Rosario has a final push in him. Going to be tough to catch Fuchs, so he will be your Heat 1C final winner. That's William Fuchs from Commonwealth. He'll go a 4:15.31. Del Rosario will take second, 4:17.82. Austin will take third. We'll move into our B final as we look at the final results from Heat 1. William Fuchs from Commonwealth, your winner. Heat number 2 will feature Declan McDonald in lane 1, Damian Figuet-Kosarev in lane 2, Ryan McFadden in 3, Luke Austin in 4, Timothy Andrews in lane 5, William Mulgrew in lane 6, Timothy Johnson in 7, Jack Ventry in 8, Elliot Morse in lane 9, and Nick Kavik in lane 10.
Swimming lane 1 from Kingfish, Declan McDonald. Lane 2 from Gator, Damian Figuet-Kosarev. Lane 3 from YNS, Ryan McFadden. Lane 4 from Green Mountain Aquatics, Luke Austin. Lane 5 from Rhode Island Aquatic Club, Timothy Andrews. Lane 6 from Crimson, William.
To no one's surprise, Andrews out to the early lead, followed by McDonald and McFadden.
Lane 8 from Crimson, Jack Ventra. Lane 9 from Kingfish, Elliot Morse. And lane 10 from Gators from Cloud, Nicholas Cabbage.
The Andrews twins will be swimming tomorrow in those aforementioned state championships for Rhode Island for Bishop Hendricken. Looking to add another state title. Won one last year. Hendricken, of course, always racking up the state titles in the Rhode Island high school scene. Andrews remains in the lead, 2 seconds over Austin, almost 3 seconds over McFadden. So keep an eye on Damian Figuet-Kosarev. I know he's running 10th right now. One of the stronger breaststrokers. I expect to see him make up a little ground here as they transition from back into breast. Andrews continues to lead the way. Mulgrew has moved up into second. Austin running in third. So Mulgrew started off this race in seventh. He's moved down to second right now. And just like that, here comes Figet Kosarev in lane 2. So starting to make his move. Remember, he was in 10th place going into the breaststroke. He's now moved up into 6th. Austin now the leader over Andrews ever so slightly. McDonald running 3rd. So Austin moving from 3rd place to 1st. Austin, McDonald, Mulgrew, Figet Kosarev has now moved up into 4th. So like we've talked about all day, the breaststroke is the great equalizer here in any of the IMs, whether it's 2 or 4 IM. Figet Kosarev was in 10th going into the breaststroke. Luke Austin now starting to try and build that lead. 9/10 over Johnson, a second over Mulgrew. McDonald running in 4th. And it will be Mulgrew who takes it, followed by Johnson. Austin takes 3rd. McDonald 4th at the bottom of your screen, lane number 1. So William Mulgrew, your consolation B final winner, 4:15.60. So congratulations to William. We'll move into our A finals, our final individual event of the evening. You will find Melson Javen Aquilano from Hockomock Area Y in lane 1, Jake Thomas from Solo Aquatics in lane 2, Brian Zapata from Anglerfish in lane 3, Reed Nussbaum from Weymouth Waves in 4, Thomas Hagar, our top qualifier, coming in this morning with a 3:59.96. Aiden Kelly from Cape Cod in lane 6. Nick Andrews from Ryak in lane 7. Thomas Denton from GMA in lane 8. Teddy Sun from the Tritons in lane 9. And Campbell Hall from Charles River Aquatics in lane 10. It was Hagar, the only one to break 4 minutes this morning. He comes in 9 seconds faster than the next closest swimmer, who is Aiden Kelly from Cape Cod. They'll be in lanes 5 and 6, respectively.
Championship final.
Strong underwaters by Hagar in lane 5, puts him in the lead very early.
3:48.87 set by Connor Green in 2012. 17-18 record is set in 2008 by Nick DiVincenzo and stands at 3:43.36.
It's Hagar 4/10 ahead of Kelly, half a second ahead of Nussbaum. And this is exactly what Hagar did this morning. He wasted no time jumping out to the early lead through the butterfly and never looked back. Exceptionally strong in the backstroke as well. So his lead is a 2.25 seconds over Denton. Kelly in third, Nussbaum fourth. And really, folks, the way that Hagar has been swimming, you hate to call a race so early, but it's going to be extremely hard for anyone to catch him here. He came in 8 seconds faster than anyone else this morning in prelims, got out to that early lead in the fly and never looked back. He's done the same thing so far tonight, building a 4-second lead over Kelly, over 5 seconds on Denton. The lead is almost 6 seconds on Kelly, over 8 seconds on Thomas. Hagar continuing to look exceptionally strong in the middle of the pool in lane 5, the only one going right to left right now. Again, it is extremely rare in a finals, especially in A finals, to see a swimmer build this much of a lead, but Hagar is now 8 seconds over Kelly, 8.5 over Thomas. So continuing to stretch that lead. He is a little over a half a length of the pool ahead of his next closest swimmer, and these gentlemen are all swimming spectacular as well, right? Aiden Kelly from Cape Cod, Jake Thomas from Solo having fantastic swims of their own. But Thomas Hagar leading the pack in our A final of the men's 15 to 18 400-yard IM. Good race shaping up between Jake Thomas and Aiden Kelly. Right now it's Aiden Kelly running in second. Little over 1.5 seconds in front of Thomas. Hagar takes it 3:56.59. So he drops over 3 seconds from this morning. Sub 3:57. What an amazing time. Aiden Kelly takes second. Thomas takes third. Kelly goes a 4:06 flat. That's a 1.5 second time drop on this morning. Thomas goes a 4:08.81. That's a 5 second drop. So when you really take a look at the time drops that these swimmers had, they swam great races themselves, but nobody was beating Thomas Hagar tonight. He'll be your 15 to 18 4IM champion. We'll go to awards.
Swimmers, please clear the pool. Finishing third out of lane 2 from Solo, Jake Thomas. Your runner-up in a time of 4:06.00, Aiden Kelly from Cape Cod Swim Club. And your men's 15-18 400-yard IM champ in a time of 3:56.59, From current, Thomas Hagar.
Thomas Hagar, your 4IM champion from the current.
Great swim, gentlemen. According to my timeline, we have a 10-minute break before the relays. It is.
So, folks, we'll take a quick 10-minute break before we head into our final events of the night, the 800-yard freestyle relay. We'll give you a word from our sponsor, A3 Performance, and we'll be back at about 7:19. The time is 7:09. Quick 10-minute break, and we'll resume at 7:20. We'll be back at about 7:19.
Leaders don't set out to lead. They set out to make a difference. A3 Performance is America's fastest racing brand because we're driven to be the best. A3 Performance. Lead, innovate, inspire.
All right, here we go, folks. Event 11. It's the women's 15 to 18 800-yard freestyle relay. We got 4 heats here to close out our night. You see your lane assignments. Always a fun time watching the relays. It's been a great night of swims so far. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Believe it's 8:45 again. 8:45 and 4:45. So those are our times the next 2 days.
Our next event is event 11, women's 15 to 18 800-yard freestyle relay. There will be 2 heats.
There are your lane assignments. I don't have the swimmers' names for any of the relays. I'd say it's probably less than a 50% chance on any heat sheet I get. It has swimmers' names on the relays, and if it does, it may have them for one team and not any of the others. Right, so they don't always submit the relay swimmer. A lot of times these relays, it's not being decided who's going to swim until 5 minutes before the relay. So those are your lane assignments. 800 free relay, each swimmer will go a 200 free. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here tonight at these 15 to 18 age group championships, brought to you in part by A3 Performance. Ryak in 2, North Shore in 3, United A in lane 4, Bluefish B in 5, Cape Cod A in 6, Crimson B in 7, and Charles River Aquatics A in lane 8.
United Swim Club, Ro Dudevoir, Lindsay Downer, Neva Sa, Kathleen Edison. Lane 5, the team from Bluefish, Addison McDonald, Amalia Guerrera, Abby Bauman, and Debbie Wells. Lane 6, team from Cape Cod Swim Club, Alexa Lundell, Paige Weiglis, Cora Zuwalik, Morgan Monitz. Lane 7, team from Crimson Aquatics, Caitlin Horsch, Isabel McGovern, Sadie Brown, Kelsa Detour. Lane 8, the team from Charles River Aquatics, Jennifer McGrail, Claire Hooper, Chloe Wuchik, and Holly Lear.
So just like that, folks, I tell you I don't have the names. And the voice from above comes chiming in with the names. So Crimson B leading the way, followed by Charles River A and United A. Charles River A leads the way, followed by Cape Cod A, Crimson B running in 3rd. Taking a look at tomorrow, we'll start it off with the women and men's 200 IM. We'll have 50 freestyle, 200 breast, and 500-yard freestyle. Start time is 8:45. End of session is scheduled for 11:14. We've been running ahead of schedule, so most likely tomorrow's session will be done around 11 a.m. Gap is beginning to close a little bit here. Crimson B taking over the lead from Charles River A. Bluefish B running in third. They're at the 350-yard mark of 800. Sandra Smith, you've quickly become the mayor over at the Courtyard Watch Party, I see, helping me with all the phonetic pronunciations. But here's the thing. Sometimes even when I see it phonetically, I need to hear somebody say it. So if you see me tonight in the lobby of the Courtyard, if you see the tall 6'6" guy, that's likely me. Feel free to come up and let me know if I'm pronouncing your last name incorrect. Certainly don't want to do that. My partner just called me a bulky 6'6" guy. I don't know whether that's a compliment or an insult, but then she followed it up with unlike those tall and thin backstrokers. So I'm going to take that as an insult. Crimson B in lane 7, Charles River A, Crimson B, they're in lane 7, they're leading the way. Charles River A in second, Bluefish B in third. All right, so it's Ackerman Valala, not Valella. Gotcha. I'm going to get that one right. I will get that right. It's amazing the things I remember, and it's also amazing the things I forget. So there are certain times where I'll look back and I'll see a person's name on the screen and I'll remember the live chat and how they told me to pronounce it. Other times I'm just lost. Crimson B putting their anchor in the water first, followed by Bluefish B, who has now moved up into second. Charles River A drops down to third. Again, if you're looking for a bite to eat tonight, the Fix Burger Bar is a great place. We went to another place. We went to a place at lunch today. It was also fantastic. Something Abbey. Let me see if I can try and find the name for you all. So it's called the Armsby Abbey, A-R-M-S-B-Y, Abbey, A-B-B-E-Y. It's on 144 Main Street in Worcester. So, of course, this place is a big craft beer place. The food menu is a little limited, but I'm thinking everybody could find someplace good, and the food was spectacular. So was the service. So the Fix Burger Bar, Armsby Abbey, those are two recommendations. Another one on Shrewsbury Street in Worcester is called the Flying Rhino. That is another fantastic food spot. So Crimson B takes first. United A moves up and takes second. Charles River A takes third. There are your final results. We'll move into heat number 2.
Swimmers, please clear the pool. Heat 2.
There are your lane assignments. We'll throw it down to our
Swimming lane 1, the team from Gator, Julia Pelchat, Jayla Pina, Maggie Holland, Corin Cartwright. Lane 2, the team from Solo, Cara Dominci, Jacqueline Story, Claire Mosher, Paige Paganos. Swimming lane 3, the team from Greenwood, Chloe Song, Amanda Whitkiss, Rebecca Siegel, Bella Busconi. Swimming lane 4, the team from Kingfish, Ella Derby, Abigail Topfer, Allison Brown, Katie Tesson. Swimming lane 5, the team from Commonwealth, Natalie Marin, Dana Lee, Meredith Teague, Eliza Brown. Swimming lane 6, the team from Bluefish, Katie Chiapieta, Eileen McAllister, Gabby Harding, Katie White. Swimming lane 7 from Gator, Addison Abreu, Alexandra Akimova, Lauren Jolly, Ava Wong. Swimming lane 8 from Charles River Aquatics, Alana Lean, Laura Doobie, Naomi Volcom, and Ava Yablonsky. Swimming lane 9 from Crimson, Aiden White, Allison Roche, Sophie Della Coletta, Hannah Wieserek. And lane 10 from Commonwealth, Anya Rao, Elizabeth Nesta, Kenzie Driscoll, Sarah Bernard.
So there are your swimmers. Thank you, Mark Wild. Commonwealth A leading the way, followed by Kingfish A and Crimson A. Those are your top 3. Greenwood A running in 4th. Commonwealth A in the pool first with their second leg. Kingfish second. Greenwood has now moved up into 3rd. Commonwealth A continues to lead the way, followed by Crimson A, Commonwealth B. So Commonwealth has 2 of the top 3 spots.
Halfway point is Commonwealth with a 3/4 length of the pool lead over Kingfish A and Greenwood A.
Commonwealth A continues their lead. Kingfish A in 2nd, Greenwood A in 3rd. Once again, a big thank you to my partner in crime up here, Elisa Pelchat, on the cameras. She has become a tenured veteran on the cameras over the past, I don't know, year or two? Probably my most often volunteered helper for sure. Her arm will never be the same from all the twisting that I do to it, however. No, seriously, a big thank you to anyone who has helped me up in the booth. I certainly appreciate it. Elisa, there's so many people to name. I'm not going to name people besides Elisa right now because there are so many. Well, I'll try. Kathleen Hughes, Tim Groves, Tracy Gagnon, Chris Mannion, of course. Gail Maver has helped me, mother of Tim and Nick Andrews on Rhode Island Aquatic Club. I'm always looking to have a good parent volunteer help me up here, folks. So you don't have to be on Gators to help me. Always looking to have somebody else help me. So if you're ever interested, I actually did have some parents from the 11 to 14 age group from other teams reach out to me on Facebook. I am on Facebook, Jeremy Abreu. Just putting all, listen, my stuff is already out there. Like, Commonwealth A continuing their strong swimming. 7-second lead over Crimson A, Kingfish A in third. It is getting a little tight out there, but it will be Commonwealth.
7:26.85 for Collins.
Commonwealth will take it 7:26.85. It is Crimson A who takes second. Greenwood A taking third. Kingfish A in fourth. So congratulations to Commonwealth A. We'll move into our final two heats of the evening, folks. It's on the men's side, 15 to 18 800-yard freestyle relay. There are your final results for Heat 2. Elisa Pelchat is great at the cameras. There is no one like her, Emily. We'll move into the men's. There are your lane assignments. No, we're going to do awards.
Finishing third in a time of 7:39.51.
One from Greenwood Swimming, Chloe Song, Amanda Whitkiss, Rebecca Siegel, Bella Busconi. Your runners-up in lane 9 from Crimson, Aiden White, Allison Roche, Sophie Della Coletta, and Hannah Wieserek. And your women's 15 to 18 800-yard freestyle relay champs from Current Swimming in a time of 7:26.85. Natalie Mannion, Dana Lee, Meredith Teague, and Eliza Brown. Ladies, please hand your medals back to the official. You may collect your medals at the awards table. As a reminder, the wedges on the blocks must remain there for the entirety of the relay. The wedges may not be removed. Our next event is event 12, men's 15 to 18.
Looks like somebody may have been trying to remove the wedges from the starting blocks here. I don't know what that was all about, but we're on to the men's heat 1 of the 800-yard freestyle relay. Mark Wild will have your lane assignments and swimmers.
One from South Seacoast Swimming Association, Thomas DiPaolo, Christopher Raymond, Maxwell Brown, Bradley Waters. From Wide of the North Shore, Ryan McFadden, Stepan Ignatov, Logan Duty, and Daniel Voner. From United Swim Club, Noam Reinhorn, Trevor King, Nathaniel Murray, Samuel King. Lane 4 from Crimson, Nicola Hench, Ethan Maccocini, Carrick Shea, and Christopher Smith. Lane 5 from Green Mountain Aquatics, Derek McIntyre, Jacob Russell, Luke Austin, Thomas Denton. Lane 6 from Charles River Aquatics, Johan Zhang, Tigran Danagulian, Jonathan Dupak, Leandro Balian. Lane 7 from Kingfish, Aiden Wolcott, Jonathan Bird, Declan MacDonald, Casey LaLiberette. Lane 8 from Cape Cod Swim Club, Dawson Milligan, Timothy Johnson, Zilly Dye, Aiden Kelly. Lane 9 from Amherst Tritons, Luke Geiger, Theodore Sun, Evan Harrington, Daniel Nee. Lane 10 from Green Mountain Aquatics, Daniel Cole, Luke Gagnon, Benjamin Sibold, Jacob Antonovich. Your 15 to 18 record set by Bluefish in 2018 is a 6:33.34 by the team of Hammonds, Wright, Borreo, Horsecamp, Binneker.
Thank you, Mark Wild, for giving the viewers all of the information that I don't have. Tritons leading the way, followed by Crimson B, YMCA of the North Shore A. So just a few housekeeping things while we're in the 800. I did have a few folks reach out to me this morning. Apparently there was a heat of the distance, which was the swimmers, the graphics and the stuff didn't line up with the swimmers. So picture what I have as I'm just a receiver, right? I'm just getting the information that's coming out of the timing system. So odds are, and not odds are, it is true, if you're seeing incorrect lane assignments or whatever on the screen, it's the same thing at the timing system. Obviously, they always make sure at the end of the day the right times get matched up with the right swimmers and all that. But I do not have any control over any of that. I get the same data feed that the scoreboard gets. So the signal comes out of the Colorado timing system. One lead of it goes to the scoreboard, one comes up to my computer. So just to make sure, I know we had some parents that were commenting around that. And I do appreciate that, right? Because it helps us. Don't shoot the messenger is basically what I'm saying, as Elisa just tells me. Don't shoot the messenger. That's all I am, folks. I'm just grabbing that data as it comes out of Colorado and feeding it to our system, which displays it on the screen for you. So now that that is out of the way, listen, I'm wrong enough at home. I don't need to be wrong here. And really, the graphics are amazing. Big shout out to Streamline Aquatics. Dr. Dave Lacey, the founder. This software is used by all of the major networks that broadcast swimming. If you watched any of the NCAA conference championships a couple weeks ago, and they all took place 2 weekends ago, they were live streamed on ESPN+. This graphics package was used by the Atlantic Coast Conference, so the ACC, the SEC, the Mountain West. There were a bunch of conferences that used this same graphics package. This graphics package was used in the 2020 Olympics by NBC. So we've made it, folks. We're in the big time. Elisa Pelchat, my executive producer. Crimson B, followed by Amherst. Cape Cod running in third right now. Mia Chambers, thank you very much for the kind words. So once again, folks, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:45. Should be a rather short 2.5-hour session. Will be day 2 of these 15 to 18 championships. Crimson B followed by Amherst. United A has moved into third. 200 yards to go, so most of the anchor swimmers are in the water. Hopefully we'll figure out what's causing that video glitching. If it is driving me nuts seeing it every once in a while, it must be driving you nuts as well. Again, it could be something with the internet. It could be a connection. So we'll check all of that before we go on tomorrow morning. One more heat after this, and that will be our final heat of the evening. Again, we'd like to thank A3 Performance for their sponsorship of these 15 to 18 age group championships. You heard from Dan Meinholz, the founder of A3. You can check them out at a3performance.com. Crimson B in lane 4 continues to lead the way. They will take it. Actually, Cape Cod in lane 8 came out of nowhere to take that one. Crimson took second. United took third. Yeah, so again, folks, these results always unofficial. There sometimes are some touchpad glitches. There's a soft touch, and then there's something called a false touch, which a false touch happens when the water creates a touch on the pad, or if a swimmer is climbing out of the pool. Off and running on our final event of the evening.
Swimming in lane 1 from Kingfish, Elliot Morse, Quinn Borchers, Theodore Morse, and Samuel Kraft. Lane 2 from Commonwealth, Henley Chen,
Preston Amos, Henry Bocconi Schur, and William Fuchs. Swimming lane 3 from Charles River, John Cha, William Burke, Campbell Hall, and Anthony Tazlikov. Swimming lane 4 from Bluefish Swim Club, Thomas Powers Hammonds, Mitch Doobie, Evan Lyons, Jack Marin. Swimming lane 5 from Commonwealth Swimming, Samuel Renessa Williams, Hubert Wang, Davis Bonebreak, Thomas Hagar. Swimming lane 6 from Gator, Garrett Jones, Matvey Ivanov, Daniel Brundi, Jeffrey Kong. Swimming in lane 7 from Crimson Aquatics, Benjamin Lee, Quinn Caputo, Zachary Bubanovich, and Matvey Malinboski. Swimming in lane 8 from Gator, Alexander Lopes, Ryan Connors, Ben Connors, Nicholas Kavich. Swimming lane 9 from North Shore, Brian Hall, Oliver York, Aiden Curtin, Quinn Schwab. And in lane 10 from Rhode Island Aquatic Club, Zachary Sasbo, Timothy Andrews, Christian Pereira, and Nicholas Andrews.
Bluefish A leading the way, followed by Commonwealth A and Gator A. Bluefish A continuing to lead the way, followed by Commonwealth A, Crimson A. Commonwealth a little over 3 seconds behind. Crimson A 6 seconds off the mark. Mitch Doobie in the water for Bluefish, commit to the United States Naval Academy, so congratulations to Mitch.
Bluefish and Current in 4 and 5.
So doing a little bit of troubleshooting here. It does look like the WPI internet tonight is the culprit. So we'll work with WPI on that one. Hope to have that resolved tomorrow. Again, something, unfortunately, that's a little out of my control.
1300 separating them now.
Bluefish A, followed by Commonwealth A and Crimson A. Lanes 4 and 5 at the wall, and it is Commonwealth A who takes it. Bluefish A takes second.
53-32.
Crimson A will take third. So we still have a little bit to go here, but folks, we appreciate you all taking the time to join us here tonight. Again, we'll be back for prelims tomorrow morning at 8:45. Here are the final results of the evening for the men's 15-18 800 free relay. On behalf of Elisa Pelchat, thank you very much, Elisa. I am Jeremy Abreu. We'll be back for prelims tomorrow morning for day 2, folks. Have a great evening.